Hare Krishna, my name is Isvara and I am in Juhu Beach, India, and at the Hare Krishna Temple, ISKCON, Mumbai. So our topics today is where is the mind is located. So this mind, the body is comprised of two basic type of material elements. One is gross. In the gross elements is of 5 categories: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And this body is comprised also of another subtle element, that is 3 subtle elements. It is called mind, intelligence, and ego. So these form the, would you call the interior of the body, but they are subtle. So where they're located, it is more, the mind is more located in the region of the heart. In that region, the intelligence, it is more located in the region of the head, the brains. But it's a subtle element. We have to understand it's a subtle element. It's not the gross element like the heart, or like the heart means it is some kind of a flesh, or more like a substance of more water and matter. No, it is not like that. Again, we have to understand that it is a subtle element. Subtle means that it exists. You can interact with it, but you cannot see it. You can feel emotions from the mind, but you cannot touch the mind. So it is like that. It is that subtle. So the mind exists within us, and this mind, its nature is on this basic principle of Esha Dvesha, accepting and rejecting. And accepting and rejecting, because the mind is a material element, the body is a material element. In spite that the body is gross material element, the mind, he is more like the leader of the senses. Krishna explained in Bhagavad Gita, among the senses, I am the mind. The mind is the chief of the senses. So the mind, he dictates for the senses. This is good, this is not good. Sweet is sweet, or sweet is bitter. This is the dictates of the mind. The mind dictates like that. One circle, so the question may be asked, so how it is that you're saying that sweet is bitter? Yes, this is all the nature of the mind. Just like a person eating very hot or bitter food, he finds that it is very sweet. It's very tasty for him. And another person, because he is not inclined to that kind of a food, for him that food is very bitter. But for another person, it is a very sweet. So this mind, it dictates. And the relationship or the relevance of something being sweet or bitter for us is all mainly based on the mind. How does the mind relate to these objects? So this mind, it is located within us. It is an element. Just like the hands is a part of the body, the mind is also a part of the body, but in a subtle way. And it is meant, this body, the mind, the intelligence is meant to be used as tools for the soul. The soul is meant to use them as tools. What is he meant to use them as tools for? He's meant to use them as tools so that he can become re-established in his original position as an eternal servant of God. Because right now, in bodily concept of life, thinking that he is this body, thinking that he's this mind, he's bewildered as to his real identity. Actually, this mind is only enlivened on this principle of Esha Dvesha, accepting and rejecting, because of the presence of the soul. In the absence of the soul, this mind cannot function. Just like without the soul within this body cannot function as a living body. So it is the presence of the soul that enlivens. So one has to come to this realization by a gradual process, by the association of devotees, by practicing the principles of God realization, Krishna consciousness, and in this way gradually, one will gradually rise to the platform by achieving virtue, achieving purification in Krishna consciousness. Then the soul again become enlivened in its original position as an eternal servant of God. So this is in a small capsule for us to understand where is the mind is located. Hare Krishna.